Good morning, this is TCR TroyCommunityRadio.com. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David the Noyer on TCTV. It's time for Community Connection with the Miami County Park District, and this morning I have Scott Myers and Jessie Chernetski.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Certainly heading into that time of year.
Getting close.
The countdown's on. We're at 6 days.
All right.
6
Can you
days till
believe it?
Christmas.
I better get my shopping done.
I was
You
going to
better.
say, is all the shopping done now?
Mine is.
Yes, mine is too.
And wrapped and under the
It's
tree?
not all wrapped. It's not all wrapped, but it's mostly all the shopping's done. But
How are everything going out of the parks?
we're good. We had a great evening of lights a couple weeks ago.
I was just going to say, I heard that you had kind of a big turnout for that.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit of a big turnout. And and we've talked with a lot of folks, and they've all said it's a great problem to have.
It is. It is.
People love events. They love Christmas events. Park District, we do great events, and it's so people expect great events and they want to come enjoy it, and and so thousands of people wanted to come enjoy it. So it is what it is, and it's great. And the best thing is that we were there till almost 11 o'clock. Folks all got to go see the falls. The kids all got to talk to Santa.
I was going to say, you stayed open longer than intended.
Well, yeah, when the last car is coming off of Ross Road at 9:10, when it closes, it's supposed to close at 9. Yeah, we were going to be open.
Yeah.
So the last kid got off Santa's lap at 10:49 or 10:50, something like that.
But that's all. What is great is that you were able to work your way
Right.
through it. Everyone had patience. It's
Yeah.
holiday time.
It was
Yeah,
really good.
the
Yeah,
people there were so pleasant.
Oh, yeah.
Everyone was so nice and very appreciative. And
And the best thing that comes out of it, and we do this every year, people bring food donations, and so what normally is a pickup truckload of food donations ended up being 2 pickup trucks in the back of an SUV.
That is
It is
incredible.
phenomenal. So the depot at Bradford had over 1,100 food items,
yeah.
Wow.
and that was just one of the pickup trucks.
That
And that
was-
wasn't even the full truck.
Yeah.
Um,
And I think Bethel Hope is still counting
Yeah.
their donations.
They may not get it all counted until like February.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody has some last-minute shopping to do, you've got some ideas at the parks that you can help people out with that.
Yeah, we do. Sometimes there's folks that just have everything, or they don't really need anything, or it's boy, what do you get this person, or something along those lines. And I know we do this in my family. Is that I have 4 brothers and sisters, and I'm the youngest, so obviously the rest of them are old. And so we don't do an exchange with each other or anything like that. So what we do every year is we take turns, and each person picks a charity of their choice.
Oh.
And everyone does it. Everyone gives what we would normally say we would normally do $50 in an exchange. Everybody does that $50, and each of the 5 of us in each year take a turn to. For example, one year, in an unfortunate event, my mom and dad's old house burnt down probably about 4 or 5 years ago, and live out in the country, rural. Much like rural Miami County, and volunteer fire department came out and did a wonderful job. They were great, and so that year my brother decided that the donation would go to the volunteer fire department.
Nice.
So that's an example of what we do, and that's an example, folks. Not that they have to copy that, but we have numerous ways if folks wanted to do a donation to the park district or to the folks that that would benefit from park district activities. We have a couple different. Obviously, the newest one and the one that has gotten a lot of great attention is the Barbara Sharkey Shook Bikeway Enhancement Fund.
Right.
And we've got the Friends of the Miami County Park District Fund. Those are both at the Troy Foundation. So, folks can do that, if they want to, last minute tax deduction.
Yeah.
You've got your one tree at a time.
We got our one tree at a time at Hobart Urban Nature Preserve, which is always that's a great opportunity to honor someone.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe you have someone close to you, you lost someone close to you this year. With one tree at a time is a great opportunity. Maybe the group, you get together at Christmas and say, hey, why don't we honor them and do a stone at Hobart Urban Nature Preserve, one tree at a time program. And so that fund goes into our Hobart improvements and stuff. So when we do tree plantings and other work there at Hobart Urban Nature Preserve, that fund helps that preserve mature and grow and stuff. So
And now you also have general donations that could be made to the park district, and you're going to have some growth this year with out by the Huels Campfire.
Well, we've got a couple of small properties, and we're not.
Okay.
You know, the one by the Hills Camp Farm is part of the Duke Park extension.
Okay.
We're going to reforest that, and in that area that we're going to purchase, sort of as a river protection, and to help. You know, we partnered with the City of Troy. We were involved from the beginning on that project because you know, it's not that the Park District is looking to purchase more land because we have a lot.
Right.
But
to preserve areas.
But to preserve areas and also to be a good partner. I
Yes.
mean, you know, that's 38 acres that really the city wasn't going to have a use for. That's 38 acres they were going to have to buy that, you know, so what are they going to do with it? Well, it was just a natural fit that we buy that 38 acres because it's not really usable. It's in a floodplain. We'll
Right.
reforest it. We'll put it in conservation back to what it should be. And it helps, you know, it helps out the city of Troy with some of the funding on the purchase of the property. So that's a great partnership, and that's what we look to do. So, but yeah, general donations. We had a very large general donation.
Yes,
you know, we had a $10,000 check show up at our door a couple
Wow.
weeks ago. So
Yeah.
Amazing.
I know,
wonderful.
isn't that amazing?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know, and I know Jessie. You know, since she's been here, she's been amazed at the community support.
Yeah.
And generosity.
And
Yeah,
generosity.
it's not even, you know, donating money, but people just stopping by and saying thanks is always nice regardless this time of year. You know, people being appreciative. I mean, we just had a lady come in, and she comes by every year and gives us cookies, like, and breads, and she bakes, and she goes around and does this for people all over the area to say thank you. She stops in at, I don't know, 20 maybe different places.
She does a whole
Wow.
bunch.
I mean, she sends stuff out to California. I mean, that is just astounding to me.
Her husband is one of our former park commissioners.
Yeah.
Okay.
And they love the park district. They love what we did, and he especially loved the park district. And he passed away a few years ago. But she has stayed involved and is good friends with the park district. And so she came out yesterday with 2 big tubs full of cookies and fudge. And
Well, you didn't bring any.
I know, we should have. What were we thinking?
I know. But, you know, and that's what's so neat about this community. Everybody's so generous, you know, their time, their money, their, you know, their effort, their, you know, and everything else, and so appreciative. So, and I know Jessie deals with that on a regular basis with all the volunteers.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say enough for all the people that are emailing and calling, and, you know, organizations, businesses that just call on a daily basis asking, what can we do?
Well, it's your
VIPs.
VIPs that help make things go so smoothly.
Yeah,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah,
Definitely.
without a doubt.
Now, a lot of hustle and bustle in the holidays, and it can be a time to get a little bit stressed out. What do you have? What tips for de-stressing yourself?
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've read articles that being outside in nature, I mean, that's all over the news everywhere, that being out in nature really helps relieve stress. So what better way than to go out to a park? You know, everyone's cramped up in their house. You're dealing with all these family members. Send them out to the park.
Send them, or
leave
or
them.
your house.
Yeah.
You're ready to send them.
Yeah, it's like, okay, excuse me, I have to run an errand real quick. I'll be back in about an hour or 2. But see, we're open Christmas Day.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know, hey, get up in the morning, open presents, have lunch, have breakfast or whatever. You know, maybe you had a big meal Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's like, okay, let's go walk up. And it's going to be warm.
Yeah, it's going to be warm.
I mean, long-range forecast, like, it's supposed to be really warm. So, but even if it's cold. You know,
Either way, it's just getting outside.
Yeah.
And like you said, everyone's kind of compressed into the house. And this year, it doesn't look like it's going to be really cold or snowy. So you've got that opportunity to
that's right.
go de-stress a little bit.
Yeah, it's really nice to get out there too. It's pretty quiet and very relaxing, and
even right here in town with Urban Nature Preserve.
Well, and what's interesting too is this time of year, you know, folks are used to maybe going to the parks in the spring or the fall. When you go in the winter, it's totally different.
New sounds.
Plus you see so much more because all the leaves are gone.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like if you take the walk. I mean, normally when you walk down in Charleston Falls and you walk down to the falls and you're walking through the trees and you know you get all the brush and the leaves and everything you don't see. Well, all of a sudden now when you're walking there, you see the creek that you normally don't see. It's totally in the big ravines and stuff. It's a lot different. That Maple Ridge is the same way.
Yeah.
A lot more open.
It's so much more open.
It's really cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, what programs do you have here yet before we get into the thick of the holidays?
Well, just 2 on Sunday we
Yeah.
have.
Kind of slowing down
We're
a
going
little
into
bit this
Christmas
time
mode
of
as
year.
well. Yeah.
Yeah. And the dog social, of course. Santa Claus dogs. It's really popular. Mr. and Mrs. Claus, of course, will be out there and taking
pictures
photos.
with your dog.
Yeah. I mean, they're kids too, right? So
That's right. They're part of the family.
Yep.
Sure.
Yeah. So they get a little special treat and get to tell Santa, I guess, all their wishes.
Yes, I want doggy treats and
Bones
Yes.
and chew sticks.
Yeah.
yes, so evidently Santa can talk in dog as well.
Yeah, he can. He knows all. So.
All languages.
And then the Storybook Trail is also, it's in conjunction with that program.
Yep.
So if you have a child or something that wants to come out with your dog, there's also the Night Tree book is on site, and they can read through that.
Yep.
It's kind of like they can draw a picture and read the story, answer a few questions, and then they earn a gemstone, I think, prize. So it's kind of just another component to that activity as something else to offer, while the dogs are taking their pictures with Santa, you could be reading this great book.
Yes. And that's all at Lost Creek Reserve.
Yeah.
So beautiful this time of year, with all the lights that we have up in the, along the fencing and everything like that we've got this year. Drove by it the other night. Pretty bright.
Now, folks, for registering for programs or just want to see what's going on, how do they get in touch with you? How do they keep in touch?
They can go to our website. That's I think the easiest. MiamiCountyParks.com. Click on our program calendar. Click what program you want, and then just click register. I mean, it's pretty simple. You get an email right back. It's easy. But of course, you can always call if you're having any issues or questions, and that's at our Lost Creek office, which the number is 937-335-6273. Or they could also email the register directly, and that's just register at MiamiCountyParks.com. So.
All right.
Simple.
Like us on Facebook.
Yeah.
And you
Instagram.
the pictures that turn up on
Twitter.
Facebook, I love them.
Yeah.
And winter will be great. A couple things to look coming down the road. We're going to have a photo contest through 2016.
Yep.
So look for details for that coming. So those who love to take pictures, we want pictures, and it's a full year. We want pictures from the whole year. We want winter pictures, we want spring pictures, we want summer, we want fall, we want them all. And so that'll be a great contest. You can get pictures. We're going to publish the pictures. Some of the details will be. You can see those coming out. I don't know if that's coming out first of the year or maybe the last week before this year. But folks will be able to participate all year round in that. And one other thing from a regional standpoint, I just wanted to share real quick. We just were notified this week. The Miami County Park District partnered with Five Rivers Metro Parks, the City of Dayton, Montgomery County Visitors Convention Bureau, Greene County Parks and Trails on a bid to host the 2017 International Trails Symposium. Last year, in 2015, it was in Portland. In 2013, it was in Phoenix. Chattanooga has been a previous host. Tempe, Arizona has been a previous host. And we were just notified this week that Dayton was awarded the 2017 International Trails Symposium. And the Park District is part of that. We were partners with them on that, and there will be workshops where folks will come up in Miami County and see some of our trails. And it's not just hiking and biking. It's hiking. These are folks who are interested in hiking, biking, kayaking for water trails, horse trails, ATV trails.
Yeah, it's really all encompassing.
It's all encompassing.
Yeah.
And so this is a big deal. I mean, there'll be thousands of people coming from all over the world to the Miami Valley.
Trails.
And they're going to be coming and visiting our trails. As part of this process, so we had the lady, Candace, who's helps with the selection process from the American Trails Association, came and visited for about 4 days and spent probably about 4 or 5 hours with Jesse and I up here seeing some of our things. And the regionalization of our system is phenomenal, and
they obviously saw it because they're coming here.
Yeah.
And they want to bring people from around the world to our neck of the woods, and so it's pretty cool.
Yeah, they're located out in California. And
well,
so,
to me, this goes back to when they first started talking about bike paths, and people were saying, "What do we? Oh, bike!" And
nobody's going to use them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Yeah. I mean,
there's so many people out there all the time,
right.
all weather.
And just to we have 15 parks. Most of them have counters. Charleston Falls is our most visited. Stillwater Prairie is our second most visited. We have 2 trail counters on the bike trail, only in 2 sections. One at Twin Arch, one by the locks down between Troy and Tip. That is our third. Those counters are our third largest counts are the bike trail.
Wow.
So bigger than Hobart Urban Nature Preserve, more people are on the bike trail than on Hobart or Lost Creek. I mean, and they're catching up to Stillwater.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the draw of, and that's not even counting folks that are just going on walks in the cities. I mean, those are people that actually have to go a distance
Yeah.
to hit those counters.
Now, we're getting ready to go a couple weeks hiatus with the holidays, Christmas, and the New Year. And we'll be back with the show at the beginning of 2016.
That is correct.
Yeah, that just seems so crazy to say.
Jeez, I remember like 1975.
But, of course, nature doesn't close.
No, it doesn't.
So what are your, do you have special holiday hours, or how is this going to work?
No, we are, our office is closed Christmas Day, New Year's Day. And we are open in the morning on Christmas Eve, but our parks are open 365 days a year, 8 a.m. to sunset. And so
Wonderful.
We have staff will be coming out on Christmas morning and opening the park. So after you open your presents, come on out, take a walk. New Year's Eve after your New Year's Day, after all your partying New Year's Eve and watching the college football playoffs and everything else, and you wake up the next morning and you want to go on a short little walk and sort of walk some of that off before you come home and watch all the bowl games. So
there you go.
It's fun stuff. Or if you want to get away from the bowl games, go out on a walk in the afternoon on New Year's afternoon.
Well, are you going to watch the bowl games and then go for a walk?
So you're going to watch the bowl games?
I might watch one.
All right. Thank you both so much for being here this morning. We look forward to 2016.
Yes.
With all the information and everything going on out of the parks.
Great, thanks. We appreciate it.
We do.
Yeah, we appreciate everybody's support this year again, as always.
All right, thank you very much.
Yep.
This has been Community Connection with the Miami County Park District. I'm Clint Myers on 107.1 WTJN for David Denoyer on TCTV.